stupid light over our head. Come over and sit in the chair. Not much better. Welcome to the Bob and Tam Show. Look, there's a lawn lady sitting behind you.
Looky there. And her hair's a mess.
Yeah. So we'll wait for a few people to come on, and we're still at Bike Week. It's Friday. I keep wanting to say it's Saturday. I'm like a day behind.
Or a day ahead.
Yeah, I guess a day ahead. So no real rain today for those people that were thinking we were going to be rained out again. It actually started out this morning. We were probably in the 80s. So that wasn't bad. It cooled down now. It's like 72 out here.
Chilly.
Yep. So there's somebody's on.
Paul's on.
Yeah. So.
How you doing, Paul?
So pretty exciting.
Dave's here, man.
Pretty good. Today we pretty much got down to Main Street. We hit all the bars down there. We got some good video there. Got some more girls.
Neil's on. We were worried about you.
We made it over to Destination Daytona tonight. I got some videos set up for tomorrow that we're going to do. That's going to be later on. One that's going to be on Legend Shocks and one on the biker bar. For those of you that were interested in that, which we use.
So let's get up bright and early and go down there. You made the appointment for 8 o'clock.
So, well, it's last day for us. We're not doing the Sunday here. Temperature's cooling down. It's supposed to be tomorrow. It's supposed to be like in the 60s. Actually,
and Sunday morning is going to be like 39.
Yeah, so winter's coming here, but it's just for one day. And that's like at night. So probably by the time we wake up, it'd probably be like 55 again. So, we just wanted to come on tonight. We're actually waiting. We're supposed to be meeting up with another subscriber. And so we're over here. We're over here at Hooligans, over here on International Speedway Drive. And so it's a late night for us. We're still out. I've actually got my
Charlie dog.
I've got my video all done for tomorrow. That one's going to be
Willie's?
Yeah, I think it's Willie's Tropical Tattoo. We did that. That was great crowd there. Probably the biggest crowd he has ever had. Not as many bikes, but a lot of people were there. So pretty exciting. And so that was kind of what we did today. Like I said, temperature wasn't too bad today. We should have got a little more done, but we didn't really get a lot done. Where did we go? Oh, we went down to, because Boss Hog has got something new that they're going to be bringing out here real soon, and we're working with them to get a video out of something they got special new, and they've been talking about it for a couple of years, and it's done now. So we got a video. We want to go back over there. It didn't turn out real good. The one camera I use doesn't take good panning pictures. Panning going back and forth, and where the camera, I have a GoPro for the GoPro. I have a gimbal for the GoPro.
There you go.
And then we've got a gimbal for the phone that we use. Those two are the best for taking now for doing the bike shows.
So we're like taking all the cameras together. So a couple questions. Paul, if you're here, tomorrow morning we're going to be at Brick bright and early. So
8 a.m.
Maybe we can meet you if you're going to go to Destination Daytona. And Karen, no, we didn't go to the bike running tonight. Bob's eye is getting better. There's a little bit of pink I can see on the side now. It's not all blood red anymore. Tim says, or Thomas Sanders is from Chicago. So how about that? And Neil says, how long are you going to be up tonight? I have to take care of a phone problem before they close. We probably are going to be on real long. Missed it.
Up one more. Turn. Sorry, too late. Tried to get that little button. It didn't want to flip around quick enough. So don't know. We're only going to do it live for a short time here because we're waiting for the people to show up. And when they show up, we're probably going to, once we sit down, we'll probably go offline.
Yeah.
And that'll probably end the video. So just kind of want to let everybody know that, it really wasn't a bad rally. We only still got one more day, and we're not going to say we're not doing Sunday. We were going to think about doing it. Kenny's having the drawing, but it's not till like 6 o'clock at night. And it's going to look like it's going to rain a few days next week too, so I'd rather get over to the Orlando, get all situated, and need to dry out. There's a lot of humidity and stuff that's been in there. We've got away with not having to use the air conditioner, and He's got
But our
220.
towels are all wet. Every night you go to grab the towel and it's like,
So
not all the
we
way
need to go
dry.
dry out, clean up a little bit, and get ready for some adventures over there. Looks like over there, over the weekend of the 18th, we're going to go over to Tampa. There's a bike show over there. There's a whole bunch of the vendors here are going to be over there. So we're just going to do a day. We're going to ride over, probably
That's
just
in
spend.
Brooksville.
Yeah, probably just going to ride over for the day, turn around, hang out, turn around, come back, not stay too long. Probably only be there 4 or 5 hours. So if you're in that area, we'll let you know what time. You'll need to check the next morning. We'll have to see what the weather's going to be. If the weather's really cold or rainy, we won't be going. So we're not going to drive the truck over there with the gas. Gas right now is for diesel is just over $5 a gallon now.
Or between $4.79
Well, $4.99 is what I'm
and
saying now.
$4.99. I know.
Well, it's $4.99 and $5.50 for diesel now. So probably by tomorrow morning it'll be more yet. So every day it seems to be hopping and jumping. So
A few cents every couple hours, it seems like.
so we may be doing something special if you guys are interested in making sure we do the rest of the rallies this year. Because kind of what we're looking at now is the gas. It's just getting crazy. And if gas gets too much more expensive, we're going to end it for the season, other than Sturgis. So we're waiting to see how things are going to go.
I know we finally got the stay-in places kind of under control a little better, and now the gas prices are nuts.
Yeah,
It's
so
like,
it costs us about $1,200 to get here, and if gas doubled, we got here it was about $3.50 a gallon. Is what we averaged coming across the United States, and that was about $1,200. Well, going back, if it doubled, that's $2,500. That's just saying if we just go home. That's not saying from here, because from here we're going to be in Florida for a while. We're not too concerned about that. We're not too concerned about Myrtle Beach or Panama City. But if gas gets really crazy out of our budget range, after Panama City, we're going home. And then we'll recuperate and save up for Sturgis. But at this point, we still haven't made any decisions. Myrtle Beach is still on there. Laconia is still on there. All of our places to stay are all taken care of. So we're not too worried about that at this point. But it's just, because from here, it's another, 900 miles to from Panama City to Myrtle Beach. It's probably 900 miles or more, isn't it? Let's go to the phone.
Alrighty. They said if you don't trim your beard, you're going to look like Santa Claus.
I know. I don't like to do it in the trailer because she don't like it. So.
And Wade says greetings from Sacramento, and he's the one that said you're going to look like Santa Claus soon. Neil says he'll try to get back. If not, good night, because he's got a phone issue he's got to take care of. Dave's here, man, says hit the like button. Hit that like button. We got 21. There's already 52 people on.
Holy smokes.
And Paul,
there's your
that's
seats.
us.
We're going to go move to our seats
Paul,
while we're waiting. So hopefully we won't lose our connection here. Yep. They're out in the car. I was letting them see something while we walked around. Hey, we're back.
So Paul said it cost him $22 for 5 gallons of gas at Bucky's.
Holy crap.
Crazy.
The truck's pretty full. I think we've got about 60 or 70 miles on it since we topped it off. So we're pretty good at the moment until we leave. Tomorrow we may, depending on the temperature, we're thinking we're probably going to take the truck down to, which is clear across town again, back to Destination Daytona to go to Rick Rack and get that all filmed.
Wade said the government says you should use your mask now to cover up your eyes at the gas pump. That's about the truth. That's why I said if they can't get the COVID to make you stay home, then they'll jack up the prices of gas, and that'll get you to stay home.
Which it is, and that's some of the things I worry about these rallies coming up. Everybody came to Daytona, so nobody canceled that. But will people still come to Myrtle Beach, and will people still go to Laconia?
They're watching a game.
Michigan State and Wisconsin. We're not big basketball people, but I guess those guys over there are. So, but overall, it's not a bad rally. We'll recap the whole rally next week, Wednesday. We're going to do a live next Wednesday. I didn't see if Larry wrote me back. We're going to try to get the promoter of the Bullhead River Run, try to get him on, and I did it to him just on Facebook Messenger.
No, but I mean for, you said the distance.
Oh.
distance between
Panama City.
Panama City and
Beach.
Myrtle Beach.
Panama City Beach. So
619 miles.
So it's 619 miles for us to get up to Myrtle Beach from Panama City, and then we're going to need another, I think it's about 1,100 miles up to Laconia. Could be more depending on our campgrounds. We got our 1,000 trails, and all those stops we've got free. So that's really, going up there is not going to cost us a lot staying wise. That's why I said, you see, we finally get things situated to where we're finally getting a few places like Sturgis now, where we've got a few campgrounds that'll put us up. Here we've got some private property. We can stay in Daytona now for free. So it's these other, and now we go all the way up to Laconia. Now Myrtle Beach we didn't have anything free. We're staying at the state park there, but it's a little bit more reasonable. Iced tea. She's gonna order a drink.
Could I?
And
Yes,
so
unsweet iced
it's things are getting better for us. But who was thinking gas would be, $5 a gallon? Nobody would have ever dreamed that this was happening. And I even hear horror stories that people say it could be $15 a gallon, in the next year. Who knows? What they're having over there in Europe and stuff. They've paid that for years. But
Buck says, hi Tam and hi Evil Eye Bob.
So who knows what's going to happen? And then, like I say, we haven't canceled anything. We haven't decided anything. We actually talked to a vendor today that gave us the suggestion on helping us to recoup some gas money, and we're going to look into that, and then we're going to talk to you guys about that. And we might set something up but I know everybody's going to be in the same boat we are, that you're going to be spending a lot. Everything's more expensive now. Food's more expensive. We just was talking to one sexy biker chick. If you want to buy those spider bras, go online now and buy them, because she just found out that the shipping for the new spider bras are going to be costing her more, and so she's going to have to add that price to her spider bras. So she said, as soon as the shipment comes in, she's going to have to raise the price. So it's a time, if you girls want to get those spider bras, I think what she say, 5 of them or 4 of them, 5 of them for 120, 110?
No, 110.
Yeah. So you can order those right now. It'd be the prime time to get them. Go on our site, onesexybikerchick.com, and order those spider bras. And write down in the memo notes, Bob and Tam sent you. And when you're out at the vendors and you go to like that, let them know that you've seen them on our channel. The reason we want that is because when we go back and talk, like today, we went to All About Customs, and we missed them this rally. We've just been so hectic we didn't get a chance to sit down and talk to them and give them their shout out. And we sent somebody there. Somebody actually wrote on here and said, hey, do you know anybody that handles these handlebars? And so I made some phone calls. I found out All About Customs had them. He said he was going to go down there that day, but they said nobody came in and said we sent them. So, when you do that, it's just good to let them know that, hey, we sent you there, and I know a lot of you have been looking for us.
They don't know what spider bras are.
Oh, you don't have one on.
But it's I don't know. I had one on the other day. It's pink.
Take a picture of
and
it. Open up the phone. Open this
I don't
phone.
know. All right. Well, a couple people, I was like, no, we're not lizard people. He hurt his eye. I don't know what happened. And Bill Bifferson, or Biff, it's Biff. Bifferson just got his first bite because his Tundra eats gas, and so does our diesel. Wade says he needs a manizer, and Daytona Dave's on. He's on, trying to show you a picture of spider bras. And Bifferson says, I miss Jerry Stiller so much. I don't know who Jerry Stiller is. Did I miss something? Who's Jerry Stiller? I don't know.
We don't know if it's a...
But it's kind of like a camisole you can wear under your shirts, and then it's kind of like a webbing on top of the same color of the camisole, if you know what that is. I don't know. So that black part is the spider bra.
It's one size fits all, so even her little baby boobies that she's got will fit in there. Somebody was there the other day, a girl that was
Perfect. Thank you so much. And sugar, she got sugar. Okay.
Thank you. And
Perfect.
and there was a girl standing there. She was a little bit stouter girl, but she wasn't very big developed. And so she turned, and Anessa said, "Oh yeah,
It's one size fits all because
and
she
then-
was going through looking
So she
for
turned
large.
around and said, "They fit mine." And the girl said, "Oh, if they fit you, I guess they definitely will fit me." So,
But anyway,
it is what it
they're
is.
kind of neat.
And
I only
she
got
likes
one
them. She's
pink
thinking
one.
about getting. That's how we found out they're going to go up because we were in there. She's thinking about getting
The
some different
5
colors.
or-
She likes those now, and so
Well, they're kind of neat because some of these shirts are kind of low cut, and then I can kind of wear that underneath, and you can kind of still see, but still be covered up.
not that the boys will come out, or the girls, or whoever you want to call them, twins.
Whatever you want to call them.
Everybody's got a different name for them. So
I treated a patient, she had tattoos, and she had over one said sweet and over the other said sour.
she treated cancer patients. And so overall the rally hasn't been too bad. Like I say, we'll talk about the good, the bad, and all the ugly. There's been a lot of people that have passed away at this rally, probably more than I think normal.
Yeah,
And we
I don't
should
know
be
why.
getting that information pretty much right after the rally. The Ormond police chief said he would get it to us as soon as the next day we should have it from him. And I think he can get Daytona's too. And hopefully we can get a hold of the sheriff's department since they did an interview with us. We can get that information
He
too.
said he would. He'd emailed me the information, he said.
But we'll remind you. So hopefully next week, maybe before Wednesday, we'll have that good news. Not good news, but let you know what that is because
Well, all the statistics, about how many people they thought came down and maybe how many tickets they rode and stuff. We've seen a lot of people pulled over, cars and bikes, so.
So I can't tell who's getting tickets and who's not. So I don't know. If you're in Daytona and you got a ticket, let us know. Either email us or put it on one of the things saying, hey, I got a ticket and it was for this, and I had to pay, the fine is this. Just curious. We should do a video on that and get people to talk to us about it.
How many people had tickets and how many did?
Yeah, how many just got warnings? Because, down on Main Street, we didn't see anybody getting tickets. We seen the younger patrol that's down there. They walk up and down the street, and they talk to people that rev the engines up, and that's all we see. We don't ever see them pulling their books out. But we do know somebody said they were doing burnouts down there the other day, and that dude got a ticket, which he deserved. What do you see now? It's so funny.
Well, Biff said the name is Mr. Bifferson. And then Karen says she loves the spider bras. Then Cast Iron said there was a double homicide there. Yeah, and they caught the guy that did it.
Yeah, so it ended up
he
being
was from Orlando.
Yeah, so they don't even know why he came over here.
Or why he did it.
And he looks like a normal
And
normal
they said
guy.
he had no priors.
Well, I think they said he had some stuff, but I
but
mean, it was
there
like
was
burglary
nothing.
or something. He never killed anybody.
No.
So we don't really, I don't know if he signed a confession last night. So what happened was they were picked up they caught him on video camera. I don't know where, but they caught him on video camera. They tracked this guy down.
What do they say, Uncle Sam's watching?
Over in the Orlando area. So he was in a different county. So that county went and arrested him, and then Daytona came and got him, brought him down here, and then last night he signed a confession. But they're saying right now that they're not saying why he did it, or if he did it, or why
They
he
don't know
did
why?
it. Yeah. So they may know, but they may, sometimes like that when they're going to court, they don't tell you why they do stuff. Normally, I don't know if I've ever heard why somebody does something.
You know what used to drive me nuts? Because we lived in California, and they would do these high-speed car chases for hours, where they were driving, and sometimes it wasn't high speed. They
All
were
the
going
news stations
5,
covered it.
You couldn't get anything else but this stupid car chase. The people finally got out of the car. That was the end of it. I was like, why were they running? What did they do?
One lady had like 6 dogs, and one of them jumped out of the car when she was driving.
I think when they finally caught her, and it was like a clown car. All these dogs came running out when they stopped
and they
her.
had to run around that interstate and pick up the dogs.
And it was like, but they never finish up the story. It's
She
like,
hates
okay,
that.
5 hours we spent watching this stupid car chase. Tell me what happened and why.
It all started with OJ.
I think so. I think that's when all the car chases
They got to be
started.
everybody one, and then because what they do is people watch it on TV, and then they go stand by the side of the road and wave to the guy because they know they. And then
That's
some of
their
these
friend.
guys,
There's my friend.
There's some of the people they'll stop and grab food and all kinds. Because the cops stay back some, because in California they can't chase somebody.
Dallas is on.
Yeah, so you can't chase somebody because if they had an accident, it's the police fault. So.
I know, but anyway, that was one thing driving me crazy. So they're wanting to know if the bras are made from parachute spiders. I don't think so.
But because I told her, I said, because they're made overseas,
like a nylon.
and she said that the material that they're made with. And I said, why don't you find some old lady down in Arkansas and sew them in her basement, and then you can save some money. She goes, I can't get the material. They won't send the material over to the United States. So to get it to where it's really stretchy, because she likes that. She likes the clothes that stretch some versus just all cotton that don't
suck
move.
you all in. If you get a full body thing, it's called a Spanx. Murder suspect looked like a Haitian refugee. I don't know. I thought the guy looked like a black guy to me.
They look like that guy to me. I put it on our Facebook page.
Yeah. Somebody's birthday.
Party, party, party!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wasn't that fun?
As lights on, he says hi. Hi, Bob. And are you all Bob for Wild Wings? No word. Hooligans. Hooligans.
She says an H on it.
Yeah, well.
Doesn't have a name on it.
Yeah.
But this is the one over by International Speedway. The other one we ate it was by Destination Daytona. So this couple that we're meeting, actually there's 4 of them coming.
Yeah.
That it's Racer X.
Racer X.
Is
Ryder X. Ryder X.
Ryder X. He's
Racer
been
X
contacting
was
us
Speed
and stuff,
Racer's brother.
and he wanted to talk to us and all that. So today's been kind of a crazy day because originally they were predicting rain around 2 o'clock. The 2 o'clock rain, not the 4 o'clock anymore. Time will change and then it'll be right.
David wanted to know if we did the Vietnam wall video yet.
No, I have not. That won't come out till next week.
Yeah. After the rally, all
but
the stuff.
Big videos like that, I need a little time to work on them to make them look halfway decent. So we got a bunch of videos. The bike shows, the 2 bike shows, there'll be better ones next week. Actually, the video that I did today of the Boardwalk bike show, I may not even put that up. We may end up putting up, we went down Main Street and went in all the bars again, went down all of them. All the main bars, not the little teeny mini bars, but all the main bars that are open during rally. We went through all, well, we didn't go through Cruising. No, we never did go through Cruising Cafe at all this time.
No. Well.
Oh, we got some good news. Who got bigger on Main Street?
Oh, Peanut and George's. They got a whole new section.
Holy smokes.
It was. We ate lunch there.
We didn't eat on that side. It's like there's a door over there and it says, there's people in there. She says, yeah, the guy was playing the guitars in there. What's he doing it? I said, there's a sign over that says new.
Welcome to our come see our new area or something.
Our new
section.
dining room or something. And it's pretty rough yet.
Wow.
But I mean, I guess they got it because of rally. And so it was pretty neat. I didn't even know that was over there. So
they're writing pineapples back and forth to each other.
You must think that monkey guy's coming on. He's the king of the pineapples.
And Nicole's on. Hey, Nicole, how are you doing? It says Mrs. Zachary. What's your favorite? Where's your favorite rally?
Everybody always asks the same thing. Sturgis.
That's his favorite.
Well, see, what I always tell you the same things if you listen. There's 3 things that we rate rallies on.
He rates rallies on.
Well, this is what everybody should rate
Here
the
we
rally.
go.
So the first thing is you want to know what kind of riding is going to be there. Because that's the whole idea. You're bringing your motorcycle. You want to ride. You want to have some good riding area, some great areas to ride, that kind of stuff. So that's the first thing that I look for. Second thing that I look for is vendors. And a lot of people say, oh, vendors don't make it. Yes, they do. Why do I say that? Because all of you are someplace that you may not be able to get what you want. You know, even though we lived in LA, you didn't always have the connections to get, you know, like let's say, hey, I want to have Freedom exhaust put on my bike. Okay. There's nobody in my area that sells Freedom exhaust. Can't really see it. It's a naked cowboy.
Somebody just asked if we got to see him.
Signed autographs, we might give those away.
I don't know, they were in my little pouch. They're a little
But they're okay. But so that's the thing we look at is what's nice about coming to rallies, especially the big rallies, is most of the time you get to talk to, which is, if you've been watching our videos, we're talking to key people in some of these places.
In the industry.
Cobra, SNS Engines, we're getting JP Cycles. We're getting big people that know the industry. And
They can get you good information.
yeah, and so that's, I'm no expert on this. But, I'm not the best guy in the world to work on a motorcycle, and I think a lot of people that are on YouTube tell you a lot of crap that they just make up. And a lot of people buy that. And the same thing we said about RV. We were going to put all this solar on our RV and found out the guys, all these big YouTubers lied to us. Because
sold out.
Because the not Interstate, but Battleborn Battery was paying them to say it. Well, so that's one of the reasons we don't want to get money from any of our vendors, because we don't want anybody to tell us or manipulate us into saying what they want us to say, just so they get a product. Well, I've got a reputation of my own. I want to make sure when I tell you something or recommend something, it's something I truly do believe in and something we actually use. We were just talking to somebody today, the lady, what's her name at Boss Hog?
Ashlyn?
Is wife of the owner, and she does some stuff on the side, she sells
It's
like
hair
makeup
stuff.
or something.
No,
Okay.
it's hair.
Okay.
It's shampoo
So
for your hair.
she's got a bunch of people.
Maintain.
She sends her like videos to say you can use it on her advertising.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Blogger girls.
So she can, use these. Well, when she watches half of them, you can tell the girls don't even use the hairspray. They're just using it to make an Instagram post. And so that's what I said. It's hard to find somebody that you can actually trust. So in our case, that's what we do. So when I'm always looking for vendors, I'm always wanting to go talk to those people. I want to talk to the guy from Freedom Exhaust, or I want to talk to the guy from Cobra, or I want to talk to, like we did. We got the guy, Brian Clock from Clockworks. Who better to talk to than the owner of the business? Now we have a relationship with that guy now. So if you had a problem with the Clockworks windshield, we could probably take care of it with you. Which is not one of our regular vendors, but we talked to Clockworks off and on, but we never got to talk to the owner. And if you watched him the other day, he gave us a big old plug because he wants us to come out the week before Sturgis and come to his party he's having over in Mitchell, South Dakota.
Party for Sturgis.
And he wants us there to film it all for him and all that, and and that's good. We'll try our best to do that. And we'll just have to see where we can stay in Mitchell. That's a long ride back.
It's like 3 hours.
Yeah, it's almost all the way over to Sioux City Falls. And so, I'll have to see. And we'll figure something out. Maybe we'll stay at Matt's house.
We could do that.
It's pretty close to that.
Yep.
Or
Well,
we can
he's
sleep in
not
one of his
gonna be
trailers.
there.
No, he won't be there yet, because that's before the rally.
Well, it's the day before the rally.
That'd be
But
tough.
I don't know. But I know because his son's birthday's right there. So, were we offered any jobs while in Daytona? No.
Are you talking YouTube jobs, or are you talking jobs to work?
I can't work.
Yeah, she can't work.
Steve
Yes.
Wheeler says Pating, and Dallas says, Tam, you know what's new in Columbia, Tennessee? What?
A new Piggly Wiggly.
Did they do a big extension on the Piggly Wiggly?
What do you sign up? Tail's turning
Cole
now.
says to the thumbs up, don't forget. And Dallas says Mule Day is coming up in a few weeks. Google it. You guys might want to check it out. Okay, we'll check
We
it
have
out,
Burrow
Dallas.
Day. We have Burrows.
We live out by Oakland, and it's
Look up Oakland, Arizona. That's our backyard.
pretty much
When we're home. If we're ever home.
not very often. Kids like to go out there.
Good donkeys. The Burrows.
Don't feed the babies.
They choke.
Yep. We'll check it out, Dallas, and see what it says. So, I guess that's it. I'm not too stubborn to learn about mule days.
Ha 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 ha. That's funny. How many people we got on? Oh, 100 people. Holy Jennifer Jupiter's Batman. 100 people checking us out tonight.
How about
so,
that?
a lot
I
of
want to
things
know
have been
what's going on down here.
Yeah, so we'll talk a little bit of
Okay.
What, is they here? I don't see them. There's only 3 people there that just walked in the door. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, it's been a pretty good rally. Other than a few things. But I mean, some rain. But I mean, this is Florida. It has never really rained all day. Now, the other night it rained all night. It started about 11 o'clock, and it was raining until probably about 5 in the morning. And then...
Last night?
No, the other night I heard it raining all night long. I don't think it was last night. And it might have been. No, it wasn't last night. And so typically here we only had, like an hour or so of rain, and sometimes less than that. So really it's enough to get you wet if you don't have rain gear, if you're out on your bike or whatever. Most time you can get out, it didn't rain over here in Daytona, but when we got over to Destination Daytona, after we were there a few minutes, it started to rain. It was right on the line of where the storms are at. Most of the storms are all north. if you're in St. Augustine's, you might have got rain today.
Yep.
And anything above that
Well, we
got
were
rain.
good. We were down on Main Street,
Yeah.
and I hope they're at the right one because they said they're here, and I don't see anybody. We were on Main Street, and no rain. Got a little cloudy. Started cooling off, and so we thought we'd go up to the dealership. Went up to the dealership, and you could tell it had rained, and it rained as soon as we got there too. And but it didn't
But
rain
not for
very
like
long.
15 minutes probably. We stood under Rick Rack's tent and set up for my videos tomorrow. Talked to the guys like we always do. And but they've been very busy. They had a good rally. We also talked to Speeds. They're actually ahead. As of today, they were ahead of their sales for the compared to last year. So they still got, he said they're booked all the way through Sunday. They're not going to be leaving until Sunday night. This might be the guy coming this way. Looks like somebody's walking this way.
There he is. Okay, I didn't see you guys. I said, I hope they're at the right one. I put International Speedway. Hey, Connie, how are you? Nice to meet you.
I'm Joe.
Angie, nice to meet you.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. Oh,
We're just
doing a live
wrapping
real
up a
quick.
live. Got 100 people on.
Hi guys.
Oh,
we have to turn it around.
So this is Spider X.
Hi guys. How are you? Hello YouTube world.
So just kind of talking a little bit about what the rally is. How many days have you guys been here? You been here for the whole rally?
Yeah, since Wednesday.
Wednesday. What's the most exciting thing you've done since you've been here?
The sunshine coming out yesterday.
It was good not to get rained on for like 2 hours.
Now the rain's up north now, so it's probably up there in St. Augustine. Is that what you guys are saying?
Well, we had to wait it out so it would stop before we could get to Daytona when we knew it was going to stop. It's timing.
How are you guys?
This is Kevin.
Kevin?
This is my Carolyn.
Carolyn? Okay.
That's Bob. Bob. That's Bob. They're live on YouTube right now. Say hi to YouTube world.
Alrighty.
So it's been pretty exciting. So I guess, I don't know, how many people got on? I hate to quit with a lot of people on.
129.
Holy Jennifer
He's
Jesus.
I want to get off
127.
now. Thanks for all the nice info this week. All right, Betty. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Does Daytona still have the drive-in church? I don't know.
I seen that. I seen it down there. We
you
drove
did.
by
It's
it.
down in Port Orange, and it's on Peninsula.
Yeah, we
on
drove
that road.
past it, but it said the sign was still there and said drive-in church. And I'm like, look, they got a drive-in church and the COVID's over. So I guess it's
It
always
must
there.
have always been there.
No, it looks like a
No,
drive-in
it's like, you know,
movie
we go to a
theater.
drive-in movie
And it's
theater
got
where
little
they got the little
speakers.
speakers.
And
so
we
you
just
drive
happened to
up.
buy and we seen the sign and I'm like, that's weird. But I guess it's for people that want to get out of the car, or maybe if you're handicapped or something. And I don't know. I didn't see like a stage or nothing, but it was that's what we thought. Well, somebody here asked if it was still here, so
So it
maybe
must
it's
have
something.
always been
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Except for the warm weather, Florida sucks on rides, straightaways, right? Yeah, but we did. Somebody.
Oh, I
did
didn't tell you my last thing. I told you the top two things: vendors. And the reason for vendors was because you can talk to the people that actually sell the products. That's what's there. The very last thing is what makes a rally great is the people that you meet and the people that live there, because that's what really makes a rally. Because when we go to rallies, we see different things to where some of them people are willing to talk to you. And like tonight, when we went down Main Street, she had everybody wave. And we got a majority of the people waved to you on the camera for tonight when we walked down Main Street. Which a lot of times when we walk places, people look at you like, what are you doing? I don't want to be on camera.
Well, I think a lot of people know that there's a lot of people filming, and all these cameras are out, so everybody just waves as you walk by. So SJS is on, and JJ, his eye is doing better. Still there, but it's a little better.
Hasn't fell out yet.
No, it hasn't.
So we're not hanging around for Sunday. For those of you that think about Sunday, it's getting colder here. It's supposed to drop. The temperature's supposed to drop tomorrow, and then Sunday's gonna be colder yet. So we're probably just gonna head out in the morning. That's why we kind of went around the day to get everything done. When Boss Hog got the last video there, going to Rick Rack in the morning. So anybody wants to meet us, that's your last opportunity. I have no idea what we're gonna do tomorrow, but we are gonna be at Rick Rack at 8. Probably be there a couple hours.
Yeah. So
And,
I would come like at 9 because 8 o'clock he's going to be doing some filming. So come at 9. We'll be at Rick Rack. If you'd like to see us then, that's where we'll be.
And then we're probably going to go over and talk to Chubby Cups. We're getting our items for the free giveaway, which will be starting next week. So you'll get to hear all the needed stuff that we got that we're going to be giving away. And we got some gift cards. Some of the stuff you have to be going to those rallies to win, like the grand prize. you're not going to Sturgis or don't want to go to Sturgis, you can't win. And we'll explain that next week.
Yep.
And then we got a bunch of other things. We got some gift cards from some of the
There
vendors.
it is.
We've got oil filter, one of the ones that you can clean forever, lifetime oil filter. For I've actually got one on my bike. That's like $150 value. Ciro gave us phone charger, one of the ones that you can charge your
I got
bike.
readers.
And then we've also got a cup holder.
They're
So
not
that's
pink
like
today, they're brown.
$250 or $300 with the stuff they gave us. So we got to check a few other vendors to see what all they're going to give us yet. And then we're going to have a little video and show you that. And then every time we talk about it, we're going to tell you how you can get into this drawing. And the reason we're doing it is the same thing. All of these vendors get free shout outs all year long. And this is a way we can give you guys something for so rally season starts. All the excitement of rally season. It's just officially, with Daytona kicking off here, this gets the year going.
So David Mink said, glad they caught that monster that killed those poor people. Yes, they finally caught him, and he's in jail right now.
Yeah.
So big thumbs up.
Facebook
David
page, I got a picture of him on there.
And SJS, the raffle's going to be Sunday at 6, and we're probably not going to be there when they do it. But I can call Kenny afterwards, and I'll tell you who won.
He wanted us there. But
Yeah.
we want to get over to Orlando. There's rain predicted next week again here. Florida. Welcome to rainy season. And so we want to get over to Orlando, get all set up, get everything situated, because we got a lot of things that we still need to do over there.
We need to get caught up on all the videos and
We got a lot
downloading
of
and all that
edit,
stuff.
a lot of videos to edit, get the equipment all set up. We got a couple things we need. I wanted to do the switcher, and I got to get a cage for one of the old GoPro 7 that you can do HDMI output on. I didn't have a cage for that, and it doesn't have the little clips on the bottom of it, so you couldn't mount it. So got to put it on something so you
So
guys.
Craig Olson, I'm answering your comment. It says, moved to Nebraska, everybody waits till you there. So that's cool, yeah. Everybody up there, up north, I think Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota, Nebraska. It's all nice up there.
Mostly
So,
you got to stay away from the big cities. That's usually what it is.
I poked him in the eye. That's what happened. No,
Pencil.
no, he got stressed out, and it has happened before, and so it's getting better. So that's what happened.
So
to
it's
his
either
eye.
this happens or it's a heart attack. So you pick one. So far, everybody I've talked to said the eye is a better way to go.
Yeah. So Steve said, check the weather tomorrow. It's supposed to snow in northwest Georgia. Holy
Somebody,
cow.
one of our subscribers put on Oklahoma had snow today. I think it might have been Kenny.
It's not good anyway, so.
Wow. Is that where you guys are from? Wow. That's crazy. Dallas said, Tam tried to punch Bob in the mouth but missed and hit his eye. Tell everybody. Skippy says, hey guys, what's going on? Just woke up from a nap. Okay.
What?
And they have 6 to 10 inches of snow coming tonight and tomorrow. Well, then it's a good idea to take a nap. You don't want to be out in all that mess.
And what she does is it's hot chocolate time and soup time.
That's what I'm going to try to get tonight. Grilled cheese, yeah, that's good too. Wade says, think Tam snapped Bob in the eye with the spider prop. Della said you might need a blood pressure med.
Oh, look.
He's on blood pressure
Is
med.
it is?
Checking.
Look, it's the chicken lady. I think she followed us here. Did you see that live? We did this live. Where were we at?
We were at Sonny's Barbecue in Lakeland. Or Lake, whatever's next door to
And
Wellborn.
so we go to this restaurant to
City.
do a live. It's our Wednesday live, I guess.
Yeah.
And we needed a place. So this barbecue place said we could do a live from there. So when they said it, so you can kind of put us away from everybody else. We need some plugs to plug everything in there because we brought the laptop. And so they put us over kind of towards the back of the restaurant. So we're back there sitting, and pretty soon they start putting all these people around us. And the front of the restaurant is nobody there. Well, ends up first of all, there's a guy sitting behind us. He was backed up. We were in booze. He was backed up against us. No big
we
deal.
were back to back.
I didn't
You
even
could only
see
see the back
didn't
of
even
his
see
head.
him. Didn't even hear him. He left. Well, then they put a couple in there, a man and a wife. It was an older lady. Well, she got chicken wings, and she was,
Sucking on.
and everybody was
She was
making
right
fun of her on the
between
video. They were all laughing, and so we were sliding over so you wouldn't see her.
And they're like, move, we
Because
can't see the
the
chicken
restaurant
lady.
knew we were live, and I'm like, I don't want them to realize that we
We're making
fun of
the
their
lady.
customer. It could be,
Cartoon, like
yeah.
Looney Tunes
It
cartoon.
looked like somebody that didn't have any teeth or something like that, and she was. It reminded me of her dad's girlfriend.
That's not good.
That's what Russell Wood said tomorrow too. Virginia's supposed to get 2 to 5 inches of snow.
I guess we'll take another tea
You have
too.
to be like 70 degrees today.
You'll take another tea when you get a minute. What kind of soup do you have today?
Tomato based.
Okay. Do you have grilled cheese?
She wants soup.
There you go.
Checking out the menu. I don't know.
Do you want it? They got hamburger. They've got what do you call it?
Looking at the menu.
What do you always like?
Chicken
French
wings.
dip.
Oh. Yeah, I guess we'll try that.
That one.
I guess.
All right. They're calling for blizzard conditions, predicting 1 to 2.
I can't check my weather because this is the phone that's got my weather on it. So we don't know what it is. Right now it hasn't been too bad. It is getting cooler here, but it's been getting cooler every night here
Calling
anyway.
for blizzard
So,
conditions, but predicting 1 to 2 inches.
like I say, right now when we
figure.
came in, it was 72
He
degrees. So it
doesn't
wasn't
say
too bad.
where.
But today was hot.
Steve, where's
Yesterday
the
was
blizzard
cold.
predicted at?
So let's know where the blizzard is predicted at.
Russell's the one that said Virginia, and then Steve said they're calling for blizzard conditions.
So,
Blizzard conditions, but only 1 to 2 inches of snow coming.
well, it depends on where you're
That's
at.
what he said.
If
Go
you were
figure.
if you were in Las Vegas, that would be a blizzard.
Yeah, 1 to 2 inches would be a blizzard. Back off the sodium. He doesn't really eat salt. He doesn't add salt to nothing.
Fries.
Craig Olson, we're going to be up in the upper 60s in Nebraska. That's great. Paradise on wheels. That's true.
There's somebody wrote you a big long
You're
one.
making me hungry. David Mink, it's been 2 years since COVID started in the U.S. I remember when I was at Bike Week 2 years ago when it started. So
Yeah.
glad everything's getting better. They had that on the news this morning. It was March 11 was the first time is when they started shutting everything down. That's probably when we were in Vegas and they shut down Vegas.
Because we didn't come to the spring rally. Because that year we came to the fall rally. That was the first time we came to the fall rallies. And yeah, we were in Las Vegas and got kicked out.
Oh, that's Somerville, Georgia.
Right below the rat, right there.
So they're all ordering their food. So we'll go a little while until we get the food, I guess, and we'll quit. But, you know, the rally hasn't been too awful bad. But I mean, there's still so much stuff here to do. And that's what's... I'm going to move the camera.
No, not yet. Tomato soup and grilled cheese.
She's ordering.
And then he'll do the French dip.
We've seen the Naked Cowboy. Sign autographs. We'll be... Yeah. Well, see, because a lot of people say that. When we first met him, they're like, he's gay. No, he's not. He's got a wife. No, she's foreign though. I don't know what country she's from. She's got an accent. And well, we talked to him. Well, we first time we caught him was last year after he got out of jail, and so he sang us a song.
They arrested on.
They said he was panhandling, and it ended up being it was the
Yeah, in Daytona last year.
He
like
doesn't. Well, see, they've got the little hole in the guitar. You can stuff money in it, but he doesn't ask for anything. Yeah. So this one young cop did it, and then they ended up breaking his guitar. They broke his guitar.
Yeah.
And I ended up one of the Total Entertainment, the music store down here, gave him a brand new one. And so we
I
got
to
to
take it home and put my stickers all over it.
yeah. So yeah. So he said so he sang us a little song last year. And then when I was looking through the videos, I seen it because he always says, send me the video link. And so the other day, it was just probably a month before we came out, I sent him the link. And he wrote back and said, thanks. And so then we did another one. He said, let me give you these cards, too. And
Did he dismiss the charges? Or did he
I don't know if he ever, I don't know. I never really heard. They probably did. Because I never heard no more about it.
Because I think he's down there every year. They say.
He's been there for like 20 years.
I used to see him in New York in the early, mid-90s, I guess. So, like...
So he's driven in the snow. I've driven in hail, but not snow. Just come up to Mule Days, Dallas says.
So yes, we've rode in, because a lot of people say, oh, you got a toy hauler. Oh, you're trailering it now. I've rode in 127 degrees going through Death Valley all day. I've rode through hail, about that big around. We have rode, she didn't do it, but me and Art rode through snow. We were afraid to stop because we were afraid we wouldn't be able to get the bikes moving again if we stopped. We were on the highway. And we thought it'd be really great to stop, put our bikes in the snow and take pictures. But we were afraid we might not be able to get out of the side of the road.
Where are you coming from, David? He wants to ride the Sturgis this year solo. He wants to know if it's safe.
I don't know, where you coming from?
Going to Yeah, it's safe in Sturgis.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Well, it's
There's a girl
We
we
can-
know, Cam's from where she lives, San Francisco, and goes over the 90, so she's on the freeway the whole time, all by herself. And she does that. She's done it a couple times.
we've done it by ourselves together, but I mean, we've
Georgia,
never
he's
had.
coming from.
We've never, a lot of people, you probably find people to ride with.
Yeah.
A lot of people from Georgia come up because I see a lot of that. Actually, isn't that where Full Throttle? Something, the ride for his sister that died? Doesn't it come out of Georgia?
I don't know.
What's his sister's name?
Vicky Ballard.
Vicky Ballard. Look that up. Vicky Ballard, go onto the Full Throttle site and see.
Well, he was in Tennessee.
No, but I think the ride comes out of Georgia.
Oh, does it? I don't know.
Seems like either there was people that went out of Georgia, but I mean that didn't mean she came from Tennessee.
I guess.
So I don't know, but I know there was some. But you probably could find somebody. But yes, the ride's not a bad deal. Figure out have you. The things you have to look at, like the first time we drove that far, is first you got to figure out how far can I ride in a day, and then you got to kind of. Now what I always did, first time we went, we took way too long. We took like 4 days to get there. And didn't 5 days, I think it did. First day, we had no idea. We were pretty much at the hotels by noon. And we're like, okay, we're here, but we had no idea because you're going through all these cities and stuff. You didn't know how long it was going to take you. And now I booked everything ahead of time. We already had all the hotels booked. Everything was done. Back then they used to give discounts. Hog Group, you could get discounts through Best Western. So we booked all of it up, Best Westerns we took. We've always done that. And you know what was really funny? I was down at the Harley booth and those girls want to talk to you. And I'm like, whatever happened to them giving discounts on Best Western? Huh? Had no clue. But
Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you're on.
so that's the thing you got to look at is because a lot of people's not used to it. There's some people that can come out here and they can ride. Like we met somebody, was it here that they rode 1,200 miles nonstop?
Somebody did.
Yeah, and it was like 18 hours or something they rode, or 20 hours they rode nonstop and never stopped. Other than getting gas, they didn't sleep all night, and that's great. I ain't
You
doing
wanna
that.
do that.
I'm not doing that. We try to do. Well, see, it depends on what. The reason I ride a motorcycle is so I can stop anywhere I want. The bad thing is when I'm going to Sturgis, I want to get there, and then when I get done, I want to get home. But we've had some great rides. Actually, the best ride was actually the longest one. We went all the way up the coast of California, across Oregon, through Idaho. But Idaho Falls was really neat. It had a waterfall and all this stuff right there, and it was really neat. We spent a little time there after the fact.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right.
So somebody, Convitake 100 said that they've ridden in snow in Lake Tahoe, and the snow was up to the rear axle, so that's kind of crazy.
Now, when I was
house, parked the bike and rented a car.
when I was a kid, I had a Honda XL100 and had a knobby tire on the back. It's a 200cc. That I rode in the snow. I'd ride around the yard with it. I didn't get on the street with it. But I mean, because it wasn't light enough that I could pick it up if it fell over or whatever. But
No, because tomorrow night we're going to go to midget wrestling. They want to know if we're going to go to Jackal tomorrow.
we want to go to Jackal, but I don't know how well it's going to go. We want to go to Jackal because we want to see the bike given away. But Shelley Rossmeyer didn't know if it was before or after the concert. So
He's supposed to start at 8. He won't start till 10. I know.
he's always late. So we might get there in time. I don't know. We might get over there early. He's signing bottles. If you go buy you a bottle of
Jesse
Jesse James
bourbon.
whiskey, bourbon, whatever he sells, he will sign it at 3 o'clock. Get in line. He'll do signings of the bottles.
Signing the bottles?
Jesse James from Jackal.
Jesse James Dupree from the Full Throttle.
If you go buy a bottle, like at ABC Liquors, all the ABC Liquors has his liquor in stock now. So you go there, buy it, bring it there at 3 o'clock, and he'll sign it before the show. No, that's the one that Hard Rock.
Hard Rock will do Jack Daniels.
But we're
Great.
but we're not going over. We're not going to interview. We're not going to videotape that girl's event. We're actually sending another YouTuber over there. You need
And
to
then
check
he's
with
gonna
him and
give
make
us-
sure he can.
right.
He's going to go. If he's going to go, then you can call
Yeah,
her
I
and
can
tell her.
text her. All right.
It's actually a bigger YouTuber than us, but he wanted to go, and he's like, "I'll go." I said, "You want to get in for free?" And he's like, "Sure." I said, "You can take our place."
Cousins rides from Pennsylvania to Sturgis years by himself, no problem. Yeah, I think as long as you stay on major highway, I don't know.
Well, you got to watch.
Some people like to
Well,
take
it's
the
like
side
art.
roads.
One year she had to fly home, And me and Art, we went through Yellowstone and all this. Well, we went through, Art is Mexican. So we went through this little redneck town. And if anybody knows what redneck is, it's like, I don't know, Hooterville or something like that. So we're at a gas station getting gas. And I'm like, Art, I'm going to go and get a soda. And he's sitting on his bike. And I'm drinking my soda, and he's like, I'm ready to go. I said, what do you mean you're ready to go? I don't feel comfortable here. I said, these people aren't going to bother you. I said, now you know how it is when we're in East LA and I'm riding with you, and I'm the only white dude there. So I said, see, it works both ways. Can we go now? Yeah, well, we can go. And so he was afraid in a little redneck town that he was a Mexican and he was the only one there.
So that comes on. I don't know where he's from, but hello.
So
I can't read what he wrote.
But I mean, we've never had any. Well, we did have Barney 5 pull us over. That's a whole other story. We need another day to talk. We need another day to talk about Barney 5. That was actually our first trip to Sturgis. We got pulled over by the real Barney 5, where they found him to make the TV show and have Barney 5.
It was pretty bad.
This guy he wrote, his patrol car was a Bronco. That gives it away, no lights on it. Light was in the front.
Yeah, one bullet, if he had that.
He had his hand on his gun when he came talking to us on our bike.
Pants falling down.
Yeah.
Well, the funny part was when he came up, he goes, do you know who I am?
And he was pointing at his badge. Do you know who I am?
I said, dude, I don't even know what county we're in. I don't know what city we're in.
You're still alive, Barney.
And, well, all I kept thinking is, we have a cop friend in L.A., and she normally rides. She went to go, and I'm like, why isn't Sherry with us now?
Oh,
because she would have flipped out on this guy.
My
But the guy was like,
So Jeffrey, Jeffrey wants to know if we've seen many Confederate flags down here.
4 at least, maybe more. There was a big one on Main Street today. You probably will see it. And I've seen a few. Now, I did see one, I don't know. It was actually at the doghouse. It was a small one. It was on the ground. So I don't know if somebody yanked it off somebody's bike or if it just fell off. But
when we went to that cemetery that had the
we didn't show that yet.
The Confederate soldiers buried there. They had a United States flag and a Confederate flag on almost all the Confederate soldiers.
And they had a little plaque, which I didn't know what it was at first, but then when you looked at it, it was from the Confederates.
Yeah.
So we're going to show that when we do our veterans video, which will be hopefully next week.
So as Pipe said, they went to Sturgis from Delaware last year, 1,700 miles, pulling a time-out camper, lots of turnpikes, no issues. So I think you'll.
So how
be okay.
long have you? Who's at the head?
David? I think it's David.
No,
David.
who had the trailer? The one you just read.
As Pipes.
We need to talk to you. We have a bunch of people on our channel that have asked about pulling a trailer with their bike. Maybe you'd like to come on a live with us and we could talk about that.
I think, is that Nicole? Is that your husband, As Pipes? I think Nicole. They were in our ride. I think that's who that is.
Because we have a lot of people have been asking that question, and it'd be great to have somebody come on and talk to people about that.
Yeah.
So we've been kind of looking around for people, but you never see that till they're either coming in town or out of town. So we don't know who's got a trailer and who don't. Well, I know I'll find somebody in Sturgis to talk about, but I mean, that's a long ways away.
Yeah, because As Pipe said something up here, and that's what made me think he was
The same person?
Nicole's wife. Yeah, I don't know what he said.
Husband.
But, oh yeah, Nicole's husband, not wife. Anyway, but I think that's Andrew, and I think he's the one that they were our road captains at the end. So of our ride last year. All right.
But the food's here yet? No.
No, but
So I don't know. So yeah, but I still got 100 people on. Holy crap! This is a great live.
There's a lot of people on. He's not going to want to get off. As Pipes, yes. Okay. So would you like to come on and talk about?
Not tonight.
No.
Another time.
When we do a live, email us. Nicole has our email. So.
And this would be great to have you
Probably
come
has our
on
phone number,
and you can talk about it. We ask you questions, and then people can ask questions, and we'd set a video up just for talking about trailers, towing over the bike, and talk about your bike. And
Okay, he said he'd do that.
oh, okay, that'd be great. So that'd be something in the future we could do. So it's neat to have people come on. And I don't know nothing about pulling. Well, I know about pulling trailers, but not on the motorcycle.
Did you see the Trump tents 2024 selling merch?
Did I see a Trump tent here?
Yeah, the 2024.
I don't think I see anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen, like they have in Sturgis and some of the other rallies, they actually have a tent. I don't think anybody's here, but yes, there's a lot of shirts, there's a lot of shirts.
Yeah, the silent majority shirts,
okay.
and then the three percenter shirts.
But you didn't see anybody with a stand. Yeah, see, I didn't see nobody either with a stand. Yeah. Well, there's a silent majority stand here.
Oh, Rossmeyer's? Okay.
So there's some things. A lot of veterans got booths here and stuff too. We've seen a lot of, like if you watch the Willie's Chopper's Time, there was a booth there that had some stuff, but it wasn't all a Trump stand.
So here's another person, Convict Lake, I guess that's what it is, Convict Lake 100. He said, my old man and I used to both pull a Bush Tech trailer from Northern California to Sturgis. Bush Tech trailers are the best. Bush Tech trailers are the best.
I don't know nothing about them. But like somebody was, I don't know, about a month ago, somebody was asking if we knew anybody that pulled a trailer. And I think it'd be a good topic for people to talk about because probably a lot of people think about that. And, hey, I'd like to put a trailer.
Is throwing a trailer void a Harley warranty? I don't think so. Does pulling a trailer void the warranty on the Harley?
I hear that somebody said it does. It's like I always tell people, why would you tell anybody that you're pulling? If I was taking my bike in for repair.
Well, they see the hitch on the back, that's kind of a giveaway.
It's extra protection so some moron runs in the back of me. They hit that hitch.
There's Danny, he's on. They took us to dinner at Crevious.
But I mean, it should have a regular ball on it, like a regular hitch. Take the ball off when you take it in. Tell them I have a flag holder I put on there.
I guess they wouldn't know. Skippy Jones says he has to go.
Normally, I don't know. It's like all the dealers that I deal with for warranty and stuff, I've never really had an issue. Normally, now Harley does come out. Now, that's what they told us the other day at our Harley dealer. That they're now, like if you've got an engine problem, they want it hooked up to this machine that Milwaukee or somebody can see it running on this machine. So they can see what the specifications is and all that. One of the things that is curious that I got to check with is S&S and Cobra both said they have aftermarket muffler slip-ons that will not void your warranty.
There you go.
Which is very interesting because I've never heard that before. So I got to do some homework on that and check on that. But because I didn't think you could buy anything other than what Harley sells because it's based on the back pressure and all that. And if the muffler's going to breathe better, then it doesn't have the back pressure that it has. So something's going to change. So I don't know.
Dawn's here.
Who?
And
Dawn?
And Paul in Arizona says, trailers, tents, roughing it to me is a motel room with a coffee maker.
That's what I say. I always get a kick out of people when they say, oh, people are trailering it. Real bikers don't do that. First of all, real bikers don't call themselves bikers. Most real bikers call themselves brothers. I don't normally tell you the answer, but today I will. But I mean, so I always say, where are you staying at? Oh, I'm staying in a motel room. Oh, you're really roughing it, Mr. Biker. I said, what? I always think of the biker is the guy that has no job, has no life, and he rides his bike all the time. He's got a lean tube on the side of his bike. He's got a bedroll he rolls out, and that's where he sleeps, wherever his bike ends up that night. To me, that's the real biker that you would call. Anybody else other than that is not a biker. And these rallies used to be motorcycle clubs that met, not a bunch of people riding motorcycles. So the whole industry has changed compared to what you might consider a real biker. So, I don't know, it always drives me. But this is definitely, I see that here now, especially this year. There's more bikes brought on trailers here than people riding bikes. But just like the people we talked to in Quebec, which that was today's video, they left with 5 feet of snow on the ground and it was minus 30 degrees. So that's what I said. For those of you that did ride your bike, and if you left in freezing weather, okay, then you had to bring all that gear with you, a frozen, you had to bring your leathers, your chaps, your whatever you brought to keep you warm. Okay, now you're down here in 80-degree weather. So now you got to bring that riding gear. Now you got to bring your rain gear, and then you got to bring whatever else you're going to use. How's that all fit on your bike? And then if you're the real biker, you got your tent on the back of the bike. So how's that all going to fit? Just like us when we go to Sturgis, we make a decision. We wear, just like here, we have a mid-range jacket that we wear, and then we've got a hoodie. That's our heavy coat. So we got 2 coats. That's the only coats that we bring with us to any rally. Even here is what we've got. And then, now we did bring chaps. We normally always bring our chaps, and we always bring rain gear now. And our cooling vest if we're up more closer to Arizona weather. So those are things plus our clothes. So we used to ride, first rallies we went to Sturgis, we rode double up. So we all packed everything on there. I had the bag on the back.
Makeup and my shoes and
Crutches one year. Crutches were strapped.
yeah.
So,
The outfit of the day.
so I can see why people trailer from up north. Because I think that's why this rally brings people from the north, Canada, New York, New Jersey, all those states that have snow and it's cold, why so many of them come down here for Daytona Bike Week? Because they're getting out, they're like, we're tired. We want to get, this is the first chance to go to something that's biker or related to see. So it's like Panama City, which is, I always say is weird because you don't get as many New Yorkers, New Jersey people, things like that,
People
Canadian,
from the East Coast.
coming to Panama City. It's like, I don't know, why not? Well, because Daytona was first. Because they always tell you, this is the largest rally. No, it's not the largest rally. It's not the most people. It's not the most bars. It's not the most anything. I don't care what anybody says. It's
right.
not.
So they said, don't ever speak against America. I don't think we ever do. David Meek says, have you seen any gangs at Sturgis like the Hells Angels?
Yes, we've seen some today.
No, this is in Sturgis.
Oh. Well, there's the other motorcycle club in Sturgis that hangs out is, remember the name
Sons
of that?
of Silence.
Sons of Silence is real big. Sons of Silence and the Hells Angels don't get along very well. So
Hells Angels have a whole lot of booths down on Main Street, so they're biker friendly or whatever.
But they want to.
they want to sell their stuff.
Typically, here's what I'm being told when it comes to rallies, that when motorcycle clubs come to like Destination Daytona, for instance, like last year we had Mongols, 500 maybe more, could have been 1,000 of them. I don't know what it was, a lot of them. Well, what ends up happening is it's like neutral ground. That you don't really have to really worry about what they're doing or what they're saying or anything else. They're there to have a good time. They're not looking to have trouble. We talked to a few of them. You know, the funny thing we find out about motorcycle clubs, there's other YouTubers that talk about this all the time. You know, the only people that are really allowed to talk to anybody about anything is the president. Unless the president gives somebody, which is usually the sergeant of arms. Those are usually the only 2 people that can actually talk about club business or talk to me and explain club business to me. Now, we've had other people talk to us, and we're not throwing anybody under the bus, but I'm just saying that you see a lot of people that go out here and they're, you know, on YouTube channels and stuff like this and say all this different stuff about this and that and clubs and all that. And I always just wonder, how do they get away with talking about all that stuff when it's, you know, it's like an organization? So I don't know. That's a whole nother story.
Somebody says you can ship some of your stuff too. Some of the campgrounds in Sturgis,
Yes.
they'll let you ship stuff
Yes.
to wherever you're
We
staying.
found that the first year we stayed at Kathmandu. You could actually have it shipped. It'd be sitting in we had a cabin. They had it sitting in the cabin. And then the next day, or when we left, we had to take the box. I don't know if we put it on the patio or what we did with it. I don't think we hauled it up to the office because they would have no place there.
Yeah.
And then you just had to have the return envelope on it. You had to have it all sealed up. And the UPS guy came and got it and sent it home to you. Don't bring a bunch of junk you don't need. And it's like
We
I
did
tell
that
people,
the first time.
we did that. Brought Coleman stove, brought all this junk. We thought, you know, we're going to cook it. And we didn't do none of that crap. Never even opened it up. And so, but you look at what we paid to ship that back and forth. You could have went out and bought 2 pillows at Walmart, bought a blanket, some sheets, and just left the crap in the room when you leave. Then you ain't got to worry about none of that. Who cares? There's people that leave tents out there. And I can see the point. Instead of worrying about packing all that junk or shipping it or something like that, go down there and buy it. Go down to the dollar store. Well, it's not dollar anymore, but it's $1.25 or whatever
Well,
it is now.
if you're staying out over by the Buffalo Chip, that little gas station there, they've got sleeping bags, pillows, you name it. They've got it.
Probably not as cheap as Walmart, but it's
No.
close. But yeah, that was like, we did a video on that a couple years ago. And I said, if you needed anything, they've got that whole little convenience store there. It's everything you would ever need.
To camp.
Yeah. I don't think they might have had tents. don't remember if they had little one-man tents or not.
So somebody says, do you know about the Amtex bike train? I don't think so.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Where does it come from? Does it come from Virginia to here? Yeah.
To the Sanford.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I've heard people talk about it.
Drop you off, give you your bike, and then I've taken it.
Oh, have you?
Oh, all right.
So it's a way.
That's cool.
Yes. So he heard about it.
Yeah.
Tell him about
Hello. So yeah, you can grab it at Lorton. They load up your bike and it drops you off at Sanford, Florida, and then you unload and just drive from there to Daytona.
it. So can you ride in the train with it?
Oh yeah, yeah, yep. You load it separately before you get on the train. They have these little skid pallets that they pull up to this ramp. You ride your bike right up onto the ramp. They strap it down and then they pull the skid pallet, load it on the train.
What do they charge for that?
It's probably about $700-800 one way, depending on how many people or how late you make the reservation. So if you're gonna do it early because the later you wait, the more expensive it gets. They have
That's about
sleeper
how much
cabins. They have a dinner cabin. They have like an entertainment cabin. You go and drink and have dinner or just snacks or whatever. It's pretty
How
cool.
long does it take?
It's like 16-hour ride, but you can have bunk bed like this. The chairs turn into bunk beds.
Okay.
So while you're at dinner, they come in and they turn it down at night, and you just get in the bunk bed and you go to sleep. You wake up the next morning, you're almost there.
Cool.
It's worth
That's kind
it.
of neat.
So there you go. Now you know
I
about
mean, I
it.
don't think it's any cheaper than hauling your
truck.
bike.
Well, the only nice thing would be is you have your bike when you get there.
Yeah. You
Where
don't
we
have to
had
wait
people,
for it.
we had some in Sturgis last year. Actually, one of the ones that were going to go riding with us. They said their bike was going to be there 2 days before, and it
didn't
actually
show
showed up. Didn't they end up?
It
oh,
showed up that day.
Yeah.
Or the night before.
And if you're gonna do that, put your bike in transport mode.
Yeah, well,
Oh, yeah,
we,
yeah.
we should.
It'll be a dead.
Left the fob and just-
We always tell people that you got, and I don't know if they changed it or not, but all you have to do is you turn the ignition on, turn it off real fast, you hold both blinkers in, it'll flash, and then that turns off your alarm system. So then you wait a few seconds, it'll beep like the alarm's going to come on, then you shake the bike, and then as long as it
We
doesn't
have to
go
do
off.
that when we load it up
Yeah.
in the trailer because
Yeah.
it bounces all
Yeah.
around back there.
So we do it all the time, and that's pretty easy. I don't think it's probably changed. I'd have to check with the dealer, but I don't think it's changed ever on that. So that works pretty good.
So Paul in Arizona said, do you see any 65-plus-year-old bikers?
How
There's a
about
lot.
75, 80-year-old? We did
Yeah.
one today at, no, it's on the video, tomorrow's video. The guy that had a bike that had Indian on it,
Oh, yeah?
on his shirt, I would bet he's 75 or 80 years old.
Yeah.
He didn't have very many teeth left, but he had kickstart. I went back and filmed him when he was kicking it.
Yeah.
And he's a really nice guy. And
So Lorenzo says hello. JJ says they told theirs behind their motorhome, their bike, I guess. That's mine. Okay. And then, thank you.
that's yours.
I know.
What are you giving it to me for? I had the French dip.
Regular fries and no cheese. Oh, did you?
Yeah, I didn't get no cheese on mine.
Yeah, I did.
Not a cheese guy. Not on my
Okay.
French dip.
Airbnb is the way to go. Where's that from? That dude is.
All right, I'll grab.
Food's on the table, yeah, so we're gonna
Need
eat.
anything else?
Big Two Wheels till about 2 months ago traveled the trailer over the country.
There's a couple there. Did we need one more?
Oh, I think they gave us.
What are you eating?
Oh, here I got mine. I've got tomato soup and grilled cheese. Yum yum.
Mine's a French dip.
All right.
And fries.
So we're gonna eat now.
So we're gonna end up because my food's hot, and I'd rather eat it hot than yak to you a long time, and my food be cold. So maybe we'll do, if all goes well, maybe we'll do a live tomorrow night. We'll let you know ahead of time. Maybe we'll post it and let you know we're gonna do a live. We'll come back on, and we can kind of do a little bit of a wrap up on Daytona. And you guys can think about questions that you want to ask, and we'll go from there.
All righty. So thanks for
So
coming
that-
along today. Don't forget to subscribe, share us with your family and friends, give us a big thumbs up, think about Patreon, ring that bell for notifications, and we'll see you on the next video.
Can I say pating?
Oh yeah.
Hang on.
Say goodbye,
Bye. Ting.
nation.
Nation. That's right. I forgot the nation part.
There you go. See, I almost forgot. Which we got on some of the videos coming up. We did get it on. And we've been asking people, some of our subscribers, to say that so we can put it on. So we don't forget. We always do it now at the end.
All righty.
So with that,
Thanks,
we're going to leave you
everybody.
here in dark, can't say sunny, dark Daytona, Right down the street from me.
Dry. How about dry?
Yeah, it's dry right
For
now.
the time being.
So I put my glasses back on so I can find the little X to turn off. Bye. 113 people. Only an hour.